welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is July the 22nd. The rain I predicted last time has been and gone. Thankfully it hasn't actually diminished our drying hay anymore, so we should be able to get that tethered again and help that along. But first, what I'm going to do before we get the tether out is that a field of grass that I was talking about last time that looks ready. So not the field down here, but the one up the top. We're going to go and do that as well, so that way we can go and ted both those fields at the same time. So let's just reverse this up and see if we can help the drying a little bit. It's a bit of a it's a bit annoying. We've had all this wet weather we've had recently has just put a real crimp on the side of things where we're trying to get the the hay stuff and make ourselves self-sufficient. You know, we know we've got the silage, we know we've got the clover silage. It is just the hay that we really need to keep us going. We've got enough grass itself in the cow and sheep fields. It is purely that we have that we're just missing the hay bales, and we're going to be creating some pretty monster hay bales. We've got a Heston baler on here, so we're going to be creating 6,000 litre bales. I think our robot will be fine with that for doing the straw when we get into the harvest in the next couple of weeks. We are really close to harvest now. There is, well, we can have a look at the two fields. It's not that one. That's the field we're about to go into. We're sort of sandwiched between the two fields that we want to that are going to be harvested. So first, let's see if we can't find a gap in the hedge. There's one. Right, here we go. Here are the oats. So these are looking very close. I'm liking those, and that's not our field over there. Our field is the one just the other side of the hedge here. But in both cases, they're looking very close to being harvestable. So I'm very happy. And this grass actually is looking very lush. Very lush. Although, oh wow. Is that the effect of the rain? Yeah. Lush it may be, but it's a little bit muddy underfoot. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. I would like to have done it a little bit drier. Oh man, that is very muddy underfoot. We could end up doing more damage here than good. Oh, we seem to be alright. I think we're alright. The grass is looking okay for the most part. Let's get this up here and unfold those. See if we can unfold the front as well. Yeah, lift that up. Turn it on. Turn it on. Drop them down. There we go. And drop it down. Yeah, we're getting good coverage from all of it. Right. Let's see how good this this field is. This field should be fairly good underfoot. So yeah, there we go. It's not too bad. A bit muddy by the gateway, but that kind of thing happens. a lot. Otherwise, we're doing pretty well. I think we might give this tractor a wash though when we come back to the yard. It's I haven't washed it after we did the slurry, and it's looking a little bit dirty. Really, what I want to do is just reverse this up into here, make sure that we cut everything, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a decent amount of hay off this field. If not this field, but then this field and the other one. But yeah, the grass in that other field is looking a little bit damp, I think. So more tedding needed in order to make sure things run as smoothly as they should. Again, want to reverse back. Get ourselves right into that corner. And yeah. This field is looking pretty nice right now. Coming to the end of our second headland, and yeah, pretty happy with that. That has worked out well. Let's line up here, and we're going to start going up and down the field. There's a fair amount of grass here. It's looking, yeah. It's looking to be a half decent amount. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this all tethered up and sorted into hay, and then we'll be in a really good place. I think we're gonna try doing a couple of bits of tedding on this one. I think. The last field doesn't seem to be drying that quickly, and I think round here with the kind of the amount of moisture we have in the air, that getting the whole thing tethered and done a couple of times will only help with the help with everything and help with getting it all to dry quicker. I wasn't going to do a third headland, but I'm looking at the amount of space it's taking me to get to turn around with this tractor, and I'm actually thinking it's going to be a better choice. Come on, up you come. There we go. Perfect. Around and down and in. Perfect. I love doing grass. I grew up doing grass. You know, this the first jobs that my grandfather had me doing on Ballincraig was mowing the grass ready for to make hay and silage to feed the cows. So I couldn't be happier here behind the wheel of a tractor, getting this to. Or getting this all done. Right, down and down. And yeah, really peaceful place for me to be, this. Just trying to get everything to oh. Lift. Oh good, there we go. And yeah, this is going pretty well. As I said, we are going to get on the tedder after this, get this field tedded up, and see if we can have some effect by tedding our other field as well. For now, though, let's just cut away. See if we can't get this field cut nice and quick and set ourselves up for the rest of the year. Last little bit, I think we'll probably have this out in 2 or 3 cuts. This'll just help. This is going to help us become so much more self-sufficient on the farm. Our plan for the first year really is this whole self-sufficiency thing, getting ourselves established, making sure that we are in a position where we're able to not have to buy everything in. The milk is very, very much covering the cost of having to buy all the bales and everything in. So we are going to make a profit on it in the first year anyway. But it is the whole thing of how much we're going to save going into our second year by being self-sufficient and by being ready and set up is just massively different. So what we're gonna do, get this last row here. I think I've got a tuft. I have a tuft of grass somewhere over that way. Yeah, I do. So we're gonna come back and grab that, but that shouldn't be too much. And then we're gonna ted this, and hopefully tedding this will get it, well, would get it ready in order for us to slurry it, or silage it, sorry, not slurry it. Let's lift all of this up. There we go. And I'm actually going to turn off those rear ones and fold them up. Front one I still need. Oh, no. There we go. Because we want to cut this tuft of grass. Just went a little bit too far over to one side. There it is. Just grab that with the front one. There we go. And then we can turn that off and fold it up as well. Perfect. Yeah. Trying to look for that muddy patch that we had when we came into the field. Seems to be pretty much all right at the moment. I think we'll go and give this a quick wash down though. This tractor needs it badly, and it's good to give things a wash off. We're gonna leave. I'm trying to decide which tractor we're going to be doing the carting with in the next couple of weeks, because we want to do some more mowing. We've got another field of grass that should do well in the next couple of weeks as well. So I want to make sure that we are we're nicely covered with our tractors, especially if we're going to be trying to get the winter crops in fairly soon as well. That's the thing. We want to make sure that we're applying things in the most efficient way on here. As I said many times before, it is just me running everything around here, and as a result it's a case of being as efficient as possible. So if the most efficient way is to leave the mowers on this and to cart with our 110, then you know that's the way to go. I don't think it is. I think that is going to give us all sorts of well, I think it's going to be fun trying to cart with the 110. I think we're better off putting this tractor, let's squeeze through here, putting this tractor on our onto the carting would make more sense. Right, let's jump back in and we'll take this down to the bottom. We are going to use the 110 today though for doing the tedding. That does make sense, but we'll see about dropping off these mowers later. I'm going to be getting ready for the harvest in the next few days. We are almost there. I mean, we are so close. We're fairly deep into the harvest season around here, to be honest. We've only got probably about a month to get everything harvested, which is not a lot of time, especially considering some of these crops. I mean, the crops that we've got in the ground that are still growing, and obviously still growing, those we've got a more time, but even then you're talking late August rather than going too far into September. Let's leave this here. I've actually got a pressure washer here as well. Right, we want the Tedder, which is over there, and our 11090, which is here. Start her up. Yeah. And then we'll be able to go and do some tedding with this. Got a nice full tank of fuel. I'm always checking my fuel gauges when I get in now. I've come close a couple of times and it's made me a little bit paranoid. Right, header connected up. Let's go and run this over our 2 fields. So we're going to run this over the field we've just cut. We're also going to run it over the field that we'd cut previously and see if we can have any effect on that. I'll be surprised if it does have much effect, but you know, it's worth the try. There's been a lot of rain on it. It has rotted down a bit. If we can get it to dry out and stop that rot, that would be good. But it, you know, when it's been out in this much bad weather for this long, it's not good. It's just going to cause us all sorts of problems. And this is a cracking old tractor, proper 90s classic. This does us very, very well. 90s or 80s? This might be an 80s classic. This one, I need to. It's sort of from that era between the two. Oh, this is the New Holland variant, isn't it? Oh no, this is the Fiat Agri. It's got New Holland on the wheel. That's what threw me. That's why I was questioning my own knowledge. Right. Let's unfold that so that comes out. Perfect. We can start this off in this corner. Get this field tedded. So we always ted the grass on here. It's the lesson we've learnt the hard way. This, whenever we cut it, it's always pretty wet. It seems to be a byproduct of the sea air around here. Is that we always have wetter grass. And by tedding it, we dry it off a bit. It gets it to the point where we can at least silage it. And I think we probably need to, based on the experience we've had of the other field and the fact that, well, as I keep saying, that other field has got so wet. But I think in general on here, we probably need to get a couple of goes at tedding it before leaving it to dry naturally. There's only, we can ted it only so much. The sun and the wind does need to get on it and dry it, but that's the thing. Being on the coast, we get a bit more moisture laden air than further inland, and so the dual tedding hopefully is going to get it to dry that little bit faster. But this is running nicely and smoothly. And you can see actually it's already having an effect, which is great to see. Especially as wet as it's been recently. So with the tedding, the thing I've found the easiest to do over the years is follow the same sort of line as my cut. It is... as a result, we're going to go round and do 3 headlands. And not just 2, which this tractor actually would turn in fine. But following this just means that it just falls together better. Less inclined to do that necessarily when we're rowing it up. But certainly at this stage, it's quite useful to follow the lines. It ends up not getting, it ends up spreading out the grass better, I find. And as a result, we have an easier time with things drying. If mowing was the first thing I did on the farm, then tedding was the second. You know, nice easy job for somebody fairly young to do. Let's lift that up and spin round, because that corner was being a little bit difficult. But it's all just sort of running smoothly now, and you can see with the headlands done, what we're able to do is just bring in and then follow the lines of our middle cut here. And the nice thing about this tedder is roughly the same width as our mowers, so as a result we're able to sort of keep the same number of rows and going the same directions of that, and doing tedding this early, that really helps with that. We can just, you know, pick up, turn around, come back, and it's all good. It all gets nicely tedded together. Coming on to the last couple of rows again, and that will finish this field off. And yeah, it's a pretty good drying day today. You can already see that everything is drying nicely. The changing color is good to see, especially this early on. What we should be able to do next is get this all to work together, and yeah, we'll leave it a few days. We will get the hay to be oh well, we'll ted this all again. Hopefully that will then give us another little bit of drying, and bring this into hay, and then we're hedging our bets a little bit. We should have a nice amount of hay. We've got a third field, of course. We saw this last time. It's the one we tried to spread some slurry on. Got just a little bit of a area here. There we go. We spread a little bit of slurry on it, and tried to spread a little bit of slurry on it, and it did not like it. It wasn't taking it at all. So that's not getting any more fertilizer on. I want to get this turned around, because obviously if we can turn these fields around and get the slurry on them early, that is going to help us. So this is the thing with August and September. There are so many things to do on the farm. We go from a fairly quiet summer where there's not a huge amount to do, to just this manic autumn, where it just, everything gets that little bit out of hand, and it gets that little bit not enough hours in the day, especially when you're doing this alone. You know, it just goes that little bit crazy. I need to do the evening milk run tonight as well. Don't know how many litres we have from the cows. We can check this though. Yeah, we've got 30,000 litres of milk from our cows today. So I need to go and drop that off in tonight's milk run. You can see here the difference in some of these patches of grass. Hopefully we're going to be able to get some hay off here. I'm concerned, especially looking at as I said, some of it's been rotting down a bit, and it's not great for us to have that. Right, let's unfold this, see if there's any grass left here to save. There are patches, definitely. Oh, that's going to be too close to our hedge. Yeah, I want to keep our tedder out of our hedgerow. There we go. We'll give this, try and give this a boost. See if it'll help. Down. It might do. It won't hurt, however I look at it, and we'll see if it has any effect in the next couple of days. This is looking a little bit thin on the ground in places. There's definitely not as much here as there was before. We are we've had this diminish a bit in the rain, which is unfortunate. I would like to have got more off here, but we do have a good few drying days coming up. We are in a position where hopefully this will now dry out and won't get any wetter. And as a result, we should get at least some hay off here. Coupled with the other field we've just cut and tethered, that should give us a decent amount. And we'll be in the position where we can then judge from there whether we need our third field to do hay or to do silage. I think I'd quite like to get it into silage if I can. The trouble is that I don't think we're gonna have enough hay, certainly off this field, to cover it. Whether we have enough off this field and the other one, that is a question. And losing a whole field is not good. So hopefully this can be salvaged. But it is, yeah. It is very worrying. Alright, let's bring that up. Again, the GPS is playing, or the lack of GPS is playing havoc with my lines. Trying to, yeah, it's possible to mark yourself, but it's not as easy as with the GPS. I have been spoilt by that tractor, but we should be able to. We're moving through this field fairly nicely. It's working well. I don't think we got more than a couple more runs on this field. It's looking fairly well done. We've got, yeah, I don't know if it's, I think this field has grown a little bit. The grass has popped up. It's taking a long while to dry, is meaning that we're in a position where we are, I want to get on with this field. I want to get fertilizer on it, you know. I want to slurry this field and get it ready for the next set of grass. And at the moment we're stuck from doing that. We would, because normally you would try and get at least two, maybe three cuts off a field, and this one we've got one, and it's not good. Not good at all. If we could get a late autumn cut on this field as well, that would be grand. But I don't think we're going to. There we go. Right. And then into here. I think one more should cover this. And it's been a long old slog today. Not that I mind. I as I said earlier, I do love doing grass and tedding, but it has been a long old day simply because we've had a lot of it to do, and we've had and I was up doing the cows nice and early this morning as well. As most mornings, in all fairness, but yeah. It's more thinking about all of the work that needs doing in the next month. It is going to be absolutely mad here. It might be worth seeing if I can get somebody to come and help me. because I'm not sure how we're going to fit it all in. But we will. We always do. Right, let's get this back out. Does this tractor could probably do with a wash as well. Yeah, I think we'll give this a quick wash down. There we are. Oh, going. Yeah, we've left the outer one undone. Ah, working well. Still working well, this old Fiat Agri. And close up that. Like so. And close up this one as well. Pull her to. And lock it. There we go. And then round the corner with this. And we're all done. Right. Stop that there. And give it all a wash down. Because we're not going to be using it for a little while, so we might as well have it nice and clean. Actually, this tractor is not that dirty. Old, but not dirty. And there we go. That is our 11090 washed. And yeah, I am gonna leave this here for today. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.